So before I begin my video, Professor Adams, I'd like to apologize for this video being late. No excuses, just poor time management on my part over the weekend, and that's why I'm getting to it now. I understand that my grade will be affected. That's on me, not you. But it won't happen again. So I have chosen the internet as my technology of choice for this topic. Man, where would we be without the internet? Pretty lost, I'd say. I mean, we use it on a daily basis for whatever reason. Research, banking, shopping, you name it. But what did we do before the internet? You know, growing up in the 80s and 90s, if, you know, I wanted to do some research, I didn't have a smartphone with internet on it to do some research. You know, I had to have my parents drop me off at the local library if I wanted to do some research and look something up. And man, have times changed. You know, now it's like, you want to know something? Pick up your smartphone or your iPad or your tablet and go to Google or whichever search engine you prefer and research it. You can even ask Siri if you have an iPhone, which is, you know, technology is great in a way and the internet's great, but it seems, I don't know, it seems to me like we've gotten lazy as a society because it's so readily available and so accessible to us that we're just, I don't want to say it's dumbed us down, but in a way it has. You know, the World Wide Web was created, you know, in around 1990 by Tim Berners-Lee, and that's our number one function of obviously looking for something on the internet. It's just, you know, technology today it's great in some aspects and it's not. The internet is great in some aspects and it's not. You know, I have a Facebook account. I come from a big Irish family. I still have lots of relatives overseas in Ireland, and we keep in touch, you know, via Facebook, you know, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. And that's great because I wouldn't be able to, the only way I would, if we didn't have these social networking sites, it'd be an email or a phone call overseas. But social media is great and all, but it can also be bad too. Again, social media, it can be good and it can be bad. You know, a lot of people, it seems like, and the bad part about it seems like the new way for bullying, like I used to get bullied in school growing up because I was a bigger kid. I've always been a bigger kid, so I would get teased about my weight. Now, the number one means of bullying is cyberbullying, you know, and anybody can hide behind a computer screen, and it's just not right that people can go online and you know, attack somebody. Oh, you're fat, or you're ugly, or you're this and you're that. And cyberbullying is becoming a really, really big problem, you know. People use social media to get back at each other or to break up a relationship, which is never good. But the main reason I chose the internet is because for my final project, my topic is going to be identity theft. And identity theft is on the rise, and it's very, very scary, and it's very, very serious. The most recent cyber attack was the attack on the Office of Personnel Management. And anybody who has applied for a Department of Defense security clearance in the last 15 years has been affected. And I'm one of them, which is not cool. I have a top secret Department of Defense security clearance, and all my background information that they use to give me to do my background check is out there in cyberspace, and it's not a very warm and fuzzy feeling to know that all my information is out there. But to what extent I have been hacked, I don't know. I'm being given daily updates by my employer, but it's still in the back of your mind that not knowing what information is out there, if all of it, and it's very, very scary. But the internet is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. Again, it can be good and bad. You would hope people use it for more good than bad, but that's not always the case. And identity theft, like I said, is unfortunately on the rise. And you would hope that the search engines you use, or your banking facility you use, or you go, most people online shop now, you would hope that these companies have your information safeguarded. But hackers are getting smarter. The technology they use is getting smarter. So it's scary. We have to try and get one step ahead of these guys. But that's a hard thing to do. I know a lot of law enforcement agencies are creating cybercrimes units within their jurisdictions, but it's tough to track these guys down because they're out there in the cyber world. So, but identity theft is a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem because, like I said, hackers are getting smarter, they're getting shiftier, and they're staying one step ahead of law enforcement, and it needs to be the other way around. It needs to be law enforcement staying one step ahead of them. So hopefully we can try to mitigate how much identity theft happens and cyber crimes in general. All right, thank you.